Welcome back to part 6 of our No Death Run of Gradius 2 for the NES. For this stage I'd actually recommend using the doubles, so we're going to try to get that and get it up to its max level. There we go. And one more. As you can see, it's pretty easy to get double and have it maxed out and whatnot. You'll probably want to switch back to laser later on in the level though, so you might want to get ready for that. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave everything highlighted on barrier for now. Whenever the area comes where I need to switch back to laser, I'll switch back. But throughout this area you have a lot of enemies crawling around on the ceiling and whatnot, so it's really good to have double for this level. For at least the first part of it anyway, of course. Just let the missiles take out everything below, the ship, everything in front of you, and have the double shoot up and kill everything above you. Really helps out quite a bit. Take out that thing. There we go. Keep on moving. This stage has two bosses. The first one's kind of like a weapon thing. It's got a bunch of different parts to it, like the very tops and bottom parts of it dispense enemies, then it has laser cannons, and then it has barriers blocking the core. We got our laser back and whatnot. If anything, I'd recommend that you stay along the top throughout this area. So long as you stay along the top, you should be safe. And as you can see, we got our laser back a little while ago. You shouldn't need double anymore for the rest of the stage, so I'd recommend switching back to laser once you get to this area where you start having to follow the paths and everything. Makes things easier. Stay back and let these things open up for you. Okay. If you position your ship in the options right, then you won't even have to move to destroy these things. It's really not that hard. I'll try to position them here. You see what I mean? You don't even have to move. Like, oh noes. That was like terrifying and stuff. I'm gonna try to re-highlight barrier, but I don't know if we'll be able to. That's the core of the weapons thing. Destroy the very tops and bottoms of things that are dispensing the enemies, and then focus on the laser cannons. Every time you destroy one of the barriers blocking the core, it'll shatter, so be ready to dodge that. The ship should go up pretty soon. I meant the little weapons ship thing. We got a little further to go in this part of the stage. The floor and the ceiling will come up at you. If it hits you, it's a one-hit KO even with a full barrier, so be ready to dodge and maneuver around stuff throughout this area. It might be a good idea to have double back to take care of some of these enemies, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick with laser because for the most part I'm going to focus on dodging the floor and ceiling. I shouldn't have to worry too much about the enemy shots because I have a barrier on. Shouldn't have too much further to go before we'll get to the final boss of this level, which is like a big spider tank of sorts. And if you position your options right with that, then as usual it'll go down really quick as well. We have just a short ways to go from here. You gotta kill some of these guys that go along the floor and ceiling. Try to position your options around the center of it as you go underneath, and you can really unload on it. Should be just about dead. There it goes. Well, that is it for part 6.